Hello and welcome to Chateau Impney here in Warwickshire for the Footman James Coffee and Chrome event. Now this is a breakfast meet on a Sunday for cars of pretty much any sort. If you're an enthusiast, whether you've got something classic, something modern, modified, a supercar or a Supra, you're welcome at this meet. So let's take a quick look around, have a look at some of the incredible variety of cars, bikes and other vehicles that are on display today. It's a beautiful morning here at Chateau Impney and the mix of cars here is incredible. Let's just take a walk down. Ford Escort RS 2000, stunning in green. Aston Martin DB9 Volante, perfect exotic for a gorgeous day like today. TVR Chimera in yellow. What an absolute monster this is. Flanked by a Griffith, which is kind of the smaller, tighter, sportier version of a Chimera. Love those as well. Alfa Romeo GTV, I used to own one of these. Gorgeous car, lovely to drive. Austin A40, lovely little classic there. Look at that green. Don't see colours like that anymore, do you? MGT type midget, lovely to see that out in the sunshine. The chap here drove in with his engine cover open so you could see all the workings in there. That was lovely. Mercedes C63 AMG Coupe. What a monster that is. 500 odd horsepower, just perfect car all round really. Rover SD1, when did you last see one of those? Lovely, lovely car, complete with his original Austin Rover number plate there. Big fan of that. Corvette C3. American cars, there's plenty of them here. They're not very common in the UK, but there's a lot of these here. I like a C3, that's a nice example. Facelift Jaguar F-Type, R-Dynamic. Comment below, do you prefer the facelift or pre-facelift? Love an F-Type, whatever form it comes in, whatever engine. Audi RS4 Avant, the old shape, the last of the naturally aspirated V8. Fantastic car. Porsche Cayman GT4, lovely track weapon there. We're a big fan of those. There's lots of people around here, so you can tell it's a very busy meet. We're going to shimmy around people a bit and show you some more cars around here. Okay, if you'd like to swing to the left, camera lady, we've got a troop of Datsun 240 and 260Zs, everything from the mint to the modified to the slightly ratty, and I love that. The variety of this meet is incredible and everything's welcome. No one's counted out, no one is segregated. It's just anything and everything, from a Triumph Stag, whose cooling fans are still on even though it's not running, you know all the old jokes, BMW Z4, another Corvette C3, we've got a Mazda MX-5 Mark 1 here that's been very nicely modified, tastefully lowered, Aston Martin V8 Vantage Volante, just gorgeous car, and you might have forgotten they even exist. Lancia Fulvia, I mean, beautiful car, and it got here under its own power. Will it get home? That remains to be seen. Moving further down here with the gorgeous scenery behind us, we're going to go a bit left and right because the variety is incredible. Aston Martin V8 Vantage GT8, the hardcore track edition with its massive splitter. Triumph Spitfire, lovely little classic roadster there. Lotus Exige, lovely to see one of those given they've just killed off the Exige sadly. Swing to your left and there's a Chevrolet Astro van, complete with its massive engine, four-wheel drive, perfect for a family holiday. Flanked by a Mark 1 Toyota MR2. There's one that exists that hasn't rusted away. He's got the T-tops off. Big fan of that, lovely bit of retro. Swing back to your right and there's an Aston Martin Vanquish, the original one. That is just a classy modern classic in its own right, isn't it? There's a new Mustang, it's a V8, it's a convertible, it looks great, we love it. Look at this Mini, wide-bodied ERA turbo style front bumper going on, big fan of that. There's a later Lotus Esprit Turbo, but it's been done up to look a bit like an earlier one, the James Bond style, and that is cool. Big fan of that. Another Triumph Stag. I'm going to step out of the way here for this VW camper van rolling through. Another bit of variety going on here. Vauxhall Calibra there and all. And so the variety continues. Ford Escort XR3i and flanked by an XR2 Mark II there. Comment below if you had one of those back in the day. I bet a lot of you did. Nice early Land Rover. TVR Cerbera. Made it out of the house on its own, under its own power. Again, will it make it home? Remains to be seen. There's a lovely, deliciously patinaed VW Beetle there, complete with the roof rack that's quite common of those cars. And I mean, this, we have to give a shout out. The baby blue MGB Roadster with the steelies, with the chrome hubcaps. Beautiful, but you do lose points for having the roof up, I'm afraid. Swing back to your right here, Rover 800 Mark 1. When did you last see one of those? They're all but extinct. Swing back to your left, Porsche 911 G Series with the whale tail. White centered Fuchs wheels on it. It's right-hand drive, it's lovely. Swing back to your right here, Porsche 997 Turbo, McLaren 650S, and deliciously burbly, we heard this one coming in, Ford F-150 XLT, which sounds like a variety of Big Mac, is actually a variety of pickup truck. This goes on forever. We're not going to be able to show all these cars here, so I'm just going to give you, I mean, just pan across there, look. everything. Mini ERA Turbo, Lotus Elan, M335i, MGF, Golf R32, Lotus Elise, MGB, Honda NSX, GR Yaris, Boxster, Daimler Dart down there, R129SL, Aston Martin DB7. Let's keep going. There's so much stuff here. Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, don't see those very often, do you? Rover 75, what an odd pairing to have. Moving along the lineup here, another Mark 1 Rover 100, that's where you see them, all here apparently. MG Midget, MGF, Citroen 2CV, I mean, everyone loves a 2CV, and if you don't, you haven't driven one. Vauxhall VX220, proper track weapon. That variety here, and nothing is segregated, nothing's left out, from the humdrum to the exotic, from the modified to the standard, the ratty to the concourse winning. It's incredible. Dolomite Sprint, I mean, just, oh, we can all agree on that, can't we? And if that's not for you, this probably is. Jaguar F-Type V6S. Brilliant, isn't it? What about the Ford Anglia 100e pickup truck there with a bike in the back of it? Yep, we love that as well. Series 2 Escort RS Turbo or a Mark II Golf GTI. Eternal rivals, which one would you pick? Let us know. But if these aren't for you, Cadillac Escalade. Another MG midget, they seem to be one of the cars of the meet here. This gorgeous gold Series 1 Lotus Esprit. This is one of the first cars here this morning and it's lovely. Absolutely love Esprits. And if you like your British performance cars, you might be a fan of this MG Maestro Turbo. When have you might not have ever seen a Maestro Turbo? And I think that is brilliant. Thanks for bringing that down, whoever's car that is. This fantastic MGB here, complete with a Mazda MX-5 engine under the bonnet, 6-speed gearbox, the most beautiful paint I've ever seen. Those Dunlop style steel wheels, just beautiful. This could be my car on the meet. I love it. We've got another Series 2 RS Turbo, a Dodge Ram 1500, the perfect daily driver for Britain, I'm sure. That does as much as 10 to the gallon, maybe. Moving around the back here, there's just more to see. Keep coming, more to see. There is nothing off limits here. You can bring a Mark 1 SLK, you can bring a Mini GP or a Triumph Mayflower, and they'll all be parked next to each other and shown off for everyone to see. If a Triumph Mayflower is not for you, you might prefer a Corvette C6. There is individuality as far as the eye can see, and that for me perfectly represents the car community. This massive dually wheeled Ford F350 here, so you've got 6 wheels, 4 on the back, 2 on each axle. Love that. Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham over there. We've got a Mitsubishi Evo 4, Renault 5 GT Turbo, Jaguar F-Type, another Ford Popular there. Everything in between. Mark II Golf GTI on air ride, that looks like. Here's a real rarity for you. Renault Sport Spider. Have you heard of these? Do you remember these? Have you ever seen one? You have now. There. Volkswagen Scirocco. There's an MGTF. There's a Vanden Plas 4-litre R behind you, parked next to a Mark 1 Escort and an MGTF. There's also a band playing over there. We're going to try not to capture them too much because obviously might be slight legality issues. But I've got to show you the Mercedes AMG GT flanked by a Dodge Challenger Scat Pack there, and a Volkswagen Type 3, and a Mitsubishi Evo 8, and a Porsche 911. The mix continues as you work your way into the other fields. Another TVR Griffith, another Fiat Coupe, another BMW Z3, a Mark II MX-5 on L plates. What a first car to have. Well done, that person. An R129 Mercedes SL, lovely bit of 90s class there. Another Dodge Ram. But if you like your off-roader 4x4s a bit more Britishy, couple of nice Series 1 Land Rovers there. And a Ford Granada. Who doesn't love a Granada? Those do. There is in purple, those two guys chatting about it there. And if a Granada doesn't float your boat, I'm sure an Alpine A110 will. L322 Range Rover Overfinch, that's obviously been played around with a bit and tuned, but there's also an immaculate Range Rover Classic 2-door as well. I mean, just, was it that good when it was new? That's gorgeous, love it. Over to your left there, we've got a Series 1 Jaguar E-Type, flanked by a Saab 900 and a BMW M3. That Kermit green, just, oh, Love it, love it, love it. Nissan Figaro. I shouldn't admit this, but I'm a huge fan of these cars. I actually really want one. Another Alpha GTV, nice modern Mazda MX-5 there, a couple more E-Type Jaguars, and at the back there, you might just be able to see behind them, a pair of Porsche 924s. And there's more. BMW Z4M, properly rare car that. Lovely little Mark II Escort in baby blue. That's super cool. Look at the modified Up GTI with the number plate fast up. That's possibly the car I would take home. If I didn't take home this Renault Aventime. Just quirky, weird Frenchness, and we love it. If I just look down the back there, I can see a wide-bodied MGB, I can see a Lamborghini Gallardo, a Morris Minor, and a Lotus Exige. Perfect four-car garage, I would argue. Mercedes C63 AMG, big fan. Look at the green on that 991911. Oh, honestly, that is the colour of the day for me. Gorgeous. You might be able to tell behind me here. This just goes on and on and on and on. Frankly, I'm out of breath and my legs ache. So let's try and keep this down to just a few more, which highlight why this meet is so special. If you like your Jaguars, I can offer you an X150 XK or an F-Type V6S, sir. Which would you rather? Another pre-war Rolls-Royce and a Mark V Ford Escort. No other place in the world would those two be next to each other, but they are here, and well done. A pink TVR Griffith. Yep. We like that. Look, 205 GTI Alice MGC GT, that's the 6-cylinder one. Another Griffith, lots of TVRs here. Shout out to all the TVR owners here today. Another Corvette C6 E30 M3. What a classic that is, we love it. We've got a Mark 3 Mazda MX-5 even, a Kia Pride, and a Volvo P1800. I think if it's not clear already, Coffee and Chrome is an incredible event. The variety and the mixture here and the fact that everyone's welcome no matter what they've got is epic. Love it. So that was Coffee and Chrome by Footman James here at Chateau Impney for June 2023, and what an event this has been. Absolutely packed with cars of all sorts from all walks of life, from classics to modern, prestige, humdrum, modified, restored, tatty, whatever you drive, it goes at a Coffee and Chrome event. This has been a brilliant morning with lots of lovely coffee as well, it must be said. Jump on the Footman James website for details of all the future Coffee and Chrome events, and who knows, you might even see us there too.